Hello and welcome back. Today I'm gonna restore a Delta Elektronika power supply. It's a Dutch product. It's from a company in Zierikzee that's in the south on the west coast, and it is a bit old. It's between 50 and 60 years old, and it still works. We're gonna see how good it still works, but I want to test it. And this one is produced between 64 and 1970, so it's older than I am. And yeah, I like the shape. You can really see that is the shape of that time, and it can do some cleaning. I will put some photos for the details so you can see how it looks right now. So what I want to do in the morning, I built a little resistor load because I want to put a clean load, and I will explain you later why. Because I also do have my electronic load from Kunkin. I will move my camera a little bit. It's right here. Put away the arm. It's right here. Uh, but that one, although it is decent quality, there is this little noise. Even if you only put the cables, I still need to fix that. So I like to do a good comparison to see how much is the rental, and then we can see if we need to replace parts or we just keep it as it is. Because if it is acceptable, I will probably not even change. I did already order the capacitors. Yeah, but if I don't need to replace them, I like to keep it as original as possible. So I thought, let's build this resistor load, and it's just 4 resistors. All the switches up, it's only one resistor, so it's 10 ohms. With this one, we have the 2 resistors, and with this one, we added the third resistor, and with this one, we have all 4 resistors, and we are, instead of 10 ohms, we are at 2.5 ohms. So, all up, 10 ohms, and I will put it on the oscilloscope. I will put it on AC coupling, so we only see the noise, and I will zoom in. Okay, we put the oscilloscope. Let's put it on AC coupling. Done. Then we put the probe in it. I could probably just put the probe in here. This one here. Okay. Okay, that's better. Connection is good. We have now a peak of 9 millivolts, and that is with the power supply on, and with the power supply off, it is exactly the same. What if we short the probe? Then it is already 4. So we are really in a super low scale. So that is really not too much. Nice, good. Now I put it on the amps. First on the voltage. Let's see if we put it to 30 volts. 30 volts, 1 amp. How much noise we have then? About 40 millivolts. Yeah, that is nothing. Okay, that is on 30 volts. Let's end 1 amp. So let's see what it will do on 20 volts on the maximum. 1 amp. It's also about 12 millivolts. That is nothing. And 10 volts. Yeah, and I can switch my resistors, but it will just lower the voltage because it will be limited at 1 amp. So it will go to 5. And the rental doesn't change. and it will stay below. It's just a voltage changed. Perfect. That works very well. Oh, that is cool. It is 50, 60 years old, and the cap seemed to be still good because on full load we tried on 30 volts and 20 volts and 10 volts just on the one end that it can do. On its limit, nothing, because the distortion that we saw between 6 and 10 millivolts, which in the first place is nothing, and we didn't see anything. So the caps are still good. So then, if they also look good, because technically they are good, but if there is no oxidation, I will leave it as it is, because then it's as original as possible. This is cool. But what I wanted to show you is why I use this pure ohms electronic load. And that is because there is a little bit distortion in the Kernkin, and maybe that is very easy to solve, and we can also test that. It is a little bit difficult to see because the load is far away there, but I will just put it in instead of the resistor load. I will put this away. We put in the switch it off to 0. I will try to put my probe again here. I didn't change anything, so it's still AC coupled. And well, we still see that it's even 9 millivolts now, and it's not even switched on. So it's just that it's what is picked up. And if I switch it on, it is still not. And now we're gonna put the electronic load. And the load, if I put 1, there is now a load, you should say. But look, immediately it goes. I think you can see it on the screen too. I will zoom in a little bit. The load is just on and it's on 1 amp. So we're just gonna leave it as it is. You can see it's just set to 1 amp, and it will show a voltage. It's just a voltage meter that is on the pin, because it doesn't provide any voltage. It's just set to a load. So it's 1 amp, because that's the maximum of the. Let me have a look at the scope, and you see that it is already a little bit noisy. And then I put the second pin, and it's even more noisy. So maybe I need to zoom out a bit. So what I did, I just put, and there is not even a load yet. It is because it's switched off. So this noise, what you see here, it's now like 20 millivolts. It is coming from the load while it's not even switched on. So this could have, you could think that your power supply is not good. But I already did some testing, and I should just put it on the connectors. If I put here this, I have here a very little capacitor. I cannot read, but how much is this? It's a 103, so it's 10 nano. And this could fix it if I just put it on the connectors here. If I can do that. Oh, you can see it's already reduced to half, so then it's like 50 millivolts. If I connect it properly. So these are the things that you see. Oh, it was almost gone. Yeah, it was gone. So that is still one modification I need to do to the Kernkin. I already changed the terminals in the front to make it proper, because I think it was 6.5 millimeters or 4.5 instead of 4. So now I standardized that to a normal, and I put the power switch in the front. And but I still need to put this because it reduces a lot distortion. So That's why I wanted to put my resistor load, because then you really have a good view on yeah, how your power supply is doing. So besides cleaning, there are a few things we need to do. For instance, the power plug, it's kind of rubber and it's almost gone. And this I'm really gonna replace because yeah, it is really cracking. So any part I get, it is, if it's good, I bend it, it will break. It's just rubber, it's getting off. Also, this is bent, you see, it's not straight anymore. So I need to push it a little bit that way. And it can indeed use some cleaning, and you saw on the detailed shots that it needs to be done. Yeah, so I will, maybe I will just start bending this thing back, because now when it's all in one piece, it's probably the strongest. And then I can just push it. So I will try to do that. And then we're gonna open and clean it. Okay, that was easy. I just pushed it on the floor in the corner, and now it's straight. So now we can open it and change the power plug. Okay, that doesn't even look that bad for so many years ago. And there are some spider webs that we need to clean, but the board is sort of okay. And yeah, but if you look inside, it's full of dust and some spider webs, and we need to change the cable. So, but it's not bad. So now it's all taken apart. So now we can have a really good clean in the front. And as you can see now, it doesn't look that nice. So I really wonder how we can improve it. But I think we can improve it a lot, as we've seen before. So, well, this is just cleaning, cleaning, and cleaning. And I already did the front. As you can see, it looks a lot better. And now I'm just doing the terminals. You see, a nice terminal. And it came from this. So, but it is just cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. It is nothing special. So that took the whole day yesterday. I took it apart and clean all the parts. So everything already does look a bit better. And today I'm going to try to finish it. I hope I still know how to put it back together again. I will show you the close-ups of the pictures, and then I will do a time lapse again how I put it together. So that was a little bit more work than expected, but it is here. I managed to put it back together again. No screws left over, so everything is back in its place. That's always it's always good if you don't have those mystery screws laying around. So that's a good sign. I will put a close up, but first we put some before and after pictures. So look at that. All shiny. It got its original gray color back. Instead of putting a black computer cable, I still had one that was kind of gray, just to stay in the original color, and we did. And so it is well connected. And in the back also, we managed to straighten out. This was all bent, and now it's all nice and straight again. So that is done. Yeah, really. Super nice. Everything is smooth. Ooh. So that's it. Another project done. I'm not so sure about the green LED that is inside there. I still don't know what's the original color. I did see that some people put the square orange ones, but I'm not so sure that's original because on the old pictures I saw these little round ones, and maybe it was just a white one. But I'm thinking of putting an orange LED and then put a little cap on top, and then it goes really nice with the other lights. This one is a keeper. Yeah, and I am flabbergasted. I'm almost speechless. It didn't even needed a recap. All the capacitors were still good, no wrinkle at all. And after 60 years, this is this is quality. This is quality. Didn't even needed to do a recap, so I decided also not to do it because now it's as original as possible as it was, and I liked it. So another project done. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.